The last place I haven't looked at yet. Guest house is not usable. I should talk to Sister Gertrude since she was a Benedictine nun at Kiersau before the players arrived. She would be able to tell me all about the convent's history for the mural. The shrine first, though. Hey, St. Moritz. Is this still a pilgrimage place for some people? I would assume so. It seems to be one of the shrine seems to be one of the few places that are still open. Go to the prioress first. God bless you, Magdalene. I had been hoping to speak with you. Perhaps have a moment. Of course, Mother. How can I help? I had heard that you had taken up the mural in the rat house after your father's terrible attack. Yes, I'm excited to paint the town's history. Your enthusiasm and insistence is most troubling to some people in town. Wouldn't happen to be including yourself in that group. Very astute, Magdalene. Yes, I am concerned for you, as are others. I understand how you must have struggled with your mother passing while you were so young. Without a maternal figure to guide you, it is no wonder your spirit has wandered and wavered from its nature. I'm not sure what you mean, Abbess. Pursuit of such trades is not for women, but men. As Paul writes, God calls women to work at home, not in trades. Not this woman. My Magdalene is a tinkerer. While supporting your father is laudable, taking on his work is imprudent. There are plenty of young men in passing worthy of you, or perhaps you have a different calling. I'd like to offer you a place here among the sisters. I understand you may disagree with my choices, but I'm not going to stop painting the mural, Mother Francisca. How unfortunate. I still have high hopes for you, Magdalene. God bless you. Yeah, the convent life doesn't, or the poor Claire's life doesn't, the life of abject poverty and not being able to do art and craft does not suit this particular version of Magdalene, I don't think. We're talking to her real quick. Hello, son of Mousefinger, and hello, grandson of Mousefinger. Ah, Gertrude. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, sister. I have a favor to ask of you. Of course, Magdalene. I'll help however I can. I have a book, the Historia Tassiae, and I can't read it very well. Help me translate it. Oh, I'm afraid my Latin isn't good enough to translate something like that. Its grammar structures are far too complex. Sorry, Magdalene. That's alright, sister. I'll have to find another way. There was one more thing, if you don't mind. It's about the rat house mural. Oh, did you need more paint? I believe I have enough gulls stored away. No, thank you, sister. I have more than enough paint. I actually wanted to ask you about the history of Kiersau. I'd like to include the Abbey's founding and the history of Tassing saints to the rat house mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthew since he lived at the Abbey, but wanted to see the place firsthand. Ah, Brother Matthew became a reverend, did he? He was always suited to such a role. But I don't suppose that's what you came up the hill for. Curious about the saint's history, yes? Yes, I was hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. The poor Clares don't allow outsiders within the convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. Oh, that makes my job difficult. Let me finish, Magdalene, Druckerin. However, Mother Francisca always welcomes those who are considering joining the order. If a young woman sincerely considered joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she may discover while contemplating the holy life. Well, I suppose exploring all of my options can't hurt. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Francisca now? No, I have other things to do first. Very well. Come to see me if you change your mind. God bless you, Magdalene. So, do I only have the... Do I not have much of a choice between the two? Like, I can't enter from here. I don't think I have anything else I can do, though, right? I can go over here. Is there a way to get in? Can't get in from the abbot's house, so that's literally the only thing left to do. So, yeah, I guess I'll go up then. I wasn't sure, because, like, whenever they say that sign, it's usually there's some other thing you have to do. But I can't see anything. Like, one more sister around, isn't there? The Margaret, right? Maybe she's back in the convent area. Alright, let's go. Let's go then. God bless you, Magdalene. Would you like to go inside and meet with Mother Francisca now? Yes, let's go. Mother Francisca, I'd like to introduce Magdalene Druckeren. Brenda's daughter, yes. God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told us of your father's condition, and we pray for his recovery daily, as if I hadn't already talked with you already. Oh, thank you, Abbess. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. Now, what is it about? Sister Gertrude, you know our holy rules. Why bring young Mr. Druckeren to me? Give me mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in the world and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid in her spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Right, yes. So you've decided to consider my offer after all. If God is calling you to the convent, I am more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brought this change? Why are you interested in joining Port Clare's? I'm worried that helping my father running the shop alone and finishing the mural are too much for me. Magdalene, you should not abdicate your worldly duties for fear of the unknown. However, I agree that working as printing, shop, and painting are not suitable. Thank God you have turned for us to help. No wonder you have felt overburdened by all of this. Please come. I am happy to tell you more of our order. Our small convent used to be part of the larger Kiersau double monastery, as I'm sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the Port Clares live for differently than the Benedictines that once lived here. Believes that it is not ours to produce and live solely on the alms of the community of Tassing as they see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the church. Believes that the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service. Such a life appeal to you, Magdalene? I'm not entirely certain yet. I'd like to explore and look around, get a feel for the place. Magdalene, you must not have understood us. We have deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a laywoman bothering the sisters from disturbing our rule. However, I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duties. Please take your time. When you have finished, please come to Fry and me, and we'll discuss your decision to join. Finally, I thought she'd never finish. What? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for references for a mural I'm painting in the rat house. Time to start exploring. You can either come or not. Up to you. But Mother Francisca said... You said that as long as I'm with you, it's fine to look around. Are you really going to get us both in trouble? No, I always follow Mother Francisca's orders. The convent has many parts. The kitchen, the aquarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop, though no one uses that old shed anymore. I'll leave it to you to decide where to go first. Ooh, I finally get to actually go into the convent side of things. Fascinating. Margaret! God bless you, Magdalene. Edie! Let's go to the convent kitchen first. This is the kitchen. There's not anything that's interesting here. Sister Marie and Sister Isabeau take care of most of the kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. I still would like to look around, because I remember stealing something from here. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, sister. How is the cooking? As well as Lord wills it. My old fingers fumble from time to time, but it is my privilege to prepare supper for the other sisters. That's very noble of you. Just as God gave Paul a thorn in his side, so too did he give me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. Such things are a blessing when compared to the pains Christ carried upon the cross. Didn't Christ die so we don't have to suffer unnecessarily? In the next life, yes, but even God said that we would face hardships Christ said that we would face hardships while we live on this earth. I have chosen to find meaning and devotion to the Lord through my hardship. Thank you for sharing your perspective with me, sister. You are most welcome, child. God bless you. Alright, and what about you, Marie? God bless you, child. Are you delivering something? No, sister. I'm learning more about the convent's history so that I can finish a mural in town. Ah, I see. This kitchen has been used for decades, longer than I've been alive, to be sure. I enjoy preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Sister Isabeau has graciously taken on that task for me. We need sustenance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong according to the of St. Francis. Mystic, friar, and founder of the Franciscan order, born in Assisi to wealthy parents, St. Francis was called to a life of poverty and preaching. With his followers, St. Clare, he helped found the Order of Poor Clares. Got it. And the rule of St. Benedict is Nursia is instructions for monk. The other, oh yeah, I remember that. Cause suffering to any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God granted Adam and Eve dominion over the animals. The kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? No more than the structure itself, I'm afraid. Where needs replacing over the years. Though some nights a ghost appears to me by the cook fire. Lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. Sister Marie, not this again, not to Magdalene. Could it have been a ghost of one of the sisters from the founding of the convent? Maybe even Sister Tassia, Saint Tassia? Well, she was never said a word to me, though I fell prostrate in prayer before her. The spirit, whoever it is, rose up through the ground at vigils. Dawn and dusk are the hours when the boundaries between this world and the spiritual world are weakest. Maybe the newest arrivals here, but this convent is very old. Perhaps there was something Roman underneath the foundation centuries. Spirit may seek to know the presence of God now that it rests on holy ground. Roman spirit might be a great addition. Spirit and Kiersau? Why would it come to the convent, though? It breaks my heart to think the spirit was crying out for help, trapped beyond heaven's reach. Why don't we keep going, Magdalene? It's better not to get Sister Marie too upset. Of course. God bless you, sister. Oh, bless you, child. Interesting. Very interesting. There's that. Convent courtyard. Convent chapel. Go into the chapel and we're get mad. Oh, a beautiful building. This is the chapel, where we all gather for mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent. And the most drafty. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. Sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it has represented the abbey from its earliest days. Oh, there's the tower in the library. The cloister is still being constructed here. Yes, the tower was a Burgfried long before the structure became a monastery. Burgfried, I'm guessing like a castle? Like a watchtower? A freestanding defensive tower not built for permanent habitation. Ah, got it. The duchy gifted it to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. It had no use for it as a keep. Its walls have protected Tassing from attacks of spirits and steel for generations. A noble history, comparable to Aeneas's founding of Rome, true. Ah, I don't know about that, Magdalene, but it certainly was an endeavor to construct this place. There's some Latin here too, but I can't read it very well. And I am back. I got distracted for a second. I'm just gonna that. There is a very happy 10-month-old puppy next to me right now, and she's very excited. Oh, she has gotten on my lap. She has gotten on my lap. Oh my god. I should have started my face cam. I should have set up my face cam so you can see this adorable puppy, but I cannot. Where's a good girl? Where's a good girl? You wouldn't join the poor Clares, would you, dog? You're too attached. You're too attached to stealing socks, aren't you? Yep. God called Saint Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. And the dog's gone. Lord Kiersau's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of Emperor Frederick II. Power remained. Thank you, Sister Suzanne. Yes, the first lists the Abbey's founding date. The Lady Kiersau was actually the one who suggested the old castle be turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting, even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. Kiersau is unique, a double monastery with 2 saints, 1 male and 1 female, to guard the town and abbey. So the foundation of the abbey was even older than the Holy Roman Empire? Many things have been built and torn down on this land over generations. Who knows what else used to be here? You were right, sister. This mural will be a great reference for the rat house. I'm glad to have helped. God bless you, Magdalene. It is nice to know. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Anno mortis imperatoris Federici Secundi Castrum Domini Kiersau Igne. Sister Suzanne, you're in the way. Sola Turis Manset Dominus Wilcot Dominum Fabinum and Domini MCC. I don't know my Roman numerals there. Alright, let's go to the courtyard then. It's colder today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here has long been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was onto the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. Sister Suzanne, God bless you, huh? Ugh, this ice is hard. Do I recognize you, Sister Benedicta? I think I've seen you in town once or twice. Yes, you'd have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Francisca allows only one sister to deal with the townsfolk. Benedicta received this privilege. Burden more like. I have to run around everywhere, gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside where it's warm. What are you doing up in the convent anyway? Mother Francisca said I could look around. Oh, well, don't let me get in the way then. Actually, Sister Benedicta, I wanted to ask you some questions. Like being a nun. Oh, yes. I don't mind it at all. It's far quieter than home, and I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help the older sisters, and I don't mind the chores. Except when it's cold like this. One more question, Sister Benedicta. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts lately? Ghosts? No, everything has been normal recently. I haven't noticed anything odd. This is about Sister Marie's ghost. I think it's his Mauritius myself. Oh no. So there is a ghost in the abbey. I haven't seen anything myself, but if there's a ghost, I'd like to think it's Mauritius. Don't tell Mother Francisca this, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said that a Roman commander named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. Christian refugees? Yes, the book said they were fleeing Roman persecution, maybe under Nero? I don't remember. Oh, I should have done Nero. Anyway, when Sister Marie said she saw a ghost, I thought it must be Mauritius, trying to get us out. A Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? What did you do with this book, sister? Oh, well, I had it with me in the kitchen one day, and, well, I accidentally laid the fire poker on it. Oh, that's so frustrating. Stare in shock and horror. Sister Benedicta! I tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Magdalene. I suppose it's better that the book got some use before it was lost forever. Besides, that story gives me ideas for the Rat House mural. Sister, thanks for telling me about the book. I won't tell Mother Francisca. God bless you, sister. Ah, thanks, Magdalene. God bless you. Can't do that, but I can go to the convent art studio. The fact that they have an art studio is fascinating. I thought they weren't supposed to produce things. I thought that was one of the tenets, is they're not supposed to produce things, but maybe I misinterpreted that statement. Sister Benedicta of Colne, youngest of Kiersau's sisters, deals with more of the outside world than some of the other sisters. We have Francisca. We have Marie, Kitchener of Kiersau Abbey of Passau. I don't know where that is. Sister Suzanne, the second youngest of Lids. Of Kiersau's poor Claire's. Sister Suzanne isn't sure of her vocation and was quite surprised when her parents sent her to the convent. I would be too. Sister Isabeau of Besançon. The stunning Kiersau. Sister Isabeau suffers from severe aches and pains but is devout in her faith. Got it. Then we have Emperor Nero, right? A Roman emperor known for his cruelty and persecution of Christians and Jews, as well as his disinterest in the Roman people. Famously fiddled as he watched a fire-ravaged Rome. Yep, that's the famous story I remember about that. Better is done. I should go to bed now. Perfect. Lots to see and do. Workshop is covered in dust. Yes, this was the Benedictine sisters' workshop. They used to make badges and art for pilgrims coming to see the hand of St. Moritz. Looks like everything was just left here after the fire. Nothing's been used in years. Can't subsist on painting, and the poor Clares don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. But art allows us to find beauty in life. Even Christ said the Father clothed the lilies of the field in beauty. I agree, but that's not the rule of the poor Clares. Mother Francisca considers art a temptation into hedonism. Mother Francisca doesn't let us come in here unless to put something in storage. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes have gone missing. Paint pots too. Ooh, interesting. Think it's the ghost Sister Marie was talking about? Whatever Sister Marie thinks, I don't think spirits can enter holy ground. Besides, what would a ghost need with dried up paints and brushes? Maybe it's trying to send a message. A message? What kind of message? Maybe a warning? Smokey says ghosts come back to deliver warnings. Well, I haven't seen any dried paint around the convent, much less any warnings. I don't think it's a ghost, Magdalene. In any case, I think it's sad the workshop is left like this. Truthfully, Magdalene, I don't think you should join the convent, even if that's not what you were here to do anyway. Gertrude talks about you, and you seem to love your rat. Your art. Not your rat. I mean, she might love a rat too, but without it, you'd hate it here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This Magdalene loves her art. Valuable paint left to dry and crack on the palettes. Ugh, it is annoying. There's an old parchment scrap here. Different from the others. Like a scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin in the margin. Oh, it's the Mithraeum again. It's that Mithraeum thing again. Mithraeum Tassii delunio occultus est. So, it says, the Mithraeum of Tassing had been destroyed by a flood. Oh, interesting. Mithraeum. That's the same word I saw in the Roman section of the mine. Wait, this might be from the book Sister Benedicta's found. I wonder why it would mention the Mithraeum. I don't know. It's not a word I've ever heard before. There's certainly nothing in the convent by that name. Well, the note says the Mithraeum was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't matter much now. Okay, so that's basically... These old badges are beautiful. Hope the pilgrims who bought them love them too. A lot of them probably are going to end up in museums in the future. It's cool. It's interesting the times you're allowed to actually go into these parts of the thing, because I've wondered what this place looks like for a long time, due to the fact that that's all of it, right? Oh, this is the back door. Here's the aquarium. Most of the Abbey's visitors come in here, but aren't allowed to enter. We aren't allowed to go into the outside world. Like Mother Francisca said, isolation is a part of our vows. Sister Gertrude once told me the Benedictine sisters used to go out into the town sometimes and even talk to men on occasion. I'm stuck here staring at the walls for the rest of my life. Doesn't seem like Sister Suzanne thinks much of her life here. Must seem like a boring life to her. So she doesn't seem to have the passion that Sister Gertrude and the others have. Hates her life so much, maybe I should encourage her to leave the order. Better to leave while she has a future ahead of her. After all, there's plenty of young men in Bavaria who would make good husbands. Still, there may be some reason she chose to stay. I don't want to overstep my bounds. Are you unhappy here, Sister Suzanne? I don't know. My father promised me the church as a baby, some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. So there I was, dropped into the Poor Clares the summer I turned 17. And they took you in just like that. Nobody asked what you wanted. Why should they? Poor Clares rely on the offerings of others, even their children, to subsist. My family is... My family is what? My family is devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Couldn't even manage it. I understand. I have more autonomy to go where I want, but I'm still bound by the expectations of marriage and homemaking. Ah, I remember the days of running around the town. I wish I could have gotten married. I wanted to be a mother. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Margaret. At least they got to see something of the outside world before they were 20. The Protestant rebels. Oh yeah, there's fighting going on. If you do anything else, what would it be? I would have liked to go on one of the big cities, at least once. I would have been happy just to be a shopkeeper's wife. Uh, Thanks for listening, Magdalena. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister. Lead on. All of it, right? Yeah. Well, you've seen the entire convent. There's not much here. What do you think of it? I can see why people choose the holy life, but not for me. Not without art. I understand. You've dedicated your whole life to your work. You'd struggle to give that up now. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from outside the convent. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now you have to be thinking about whether or not I should remain with sisters. I think you should go. Haggle background, disobeyed Mother Francisca, asks what Suzanne wants to do with life. Never chose this life. You deserve to have the life you truly want. Magdalene, I think you're right. My family's devotion doesn't have to be mine. Exactly. You don't have to be the shadow of your family. You can be your own person. Maybe I can find a way out in time. I'll help however I can, Suzanne. I'm sure we have some spare provisions at home. Really? Wonderful. So long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return to Mother Francisca before she suspects something. I learned a lot today. Thank you for showing me around the convent. No, thank you, Magdalene. Today has been more interesting than any I can remember in the Abbey. I do like that. I want for people who do find this life to be to their liking, I do respect their choices. Like, Benedicta seems to really enjoy it, for the most part. Suzanne thing, although I do think it is a little bit, like, it's hard because I don't feel like, I don't know this person long enough to be able to, like, all the other people whose lives I've influenced throughout this game, I have to some extent, like, understood and kind of, like, gotten to know them in a deeper level. I still don't really, a lot of the newer folks so far, I don't really feel like that. They feel not one-dimensional, but not third-dimensional, so like two-dimensional. They have some interesting things, but I haven't really gotten that point yet. And not to say that all other members of Tassing and Kiersau have been that way as well. There's like 100 characters, I think, but the ones that have really stuck have been really interesting. Come, let's find Mother Francisca. She'll be wanting to hear what you thought of the place. Well, Magdalene, what is your assessment of the poor Clares? Is the good Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? I think I prefer my books and printing, and in any case, I need to finish the mural. Then I might take over for my father. I see. Be careful that this mural does not become an idol for you, Magdalene. Just as Eve had a weaker will than Adam, you are liable to stumble on the fruit of temptation as well. God, that internalized misogyny runs strong in early modern Europe. Our community is quite modest compared to the splendor of old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. Thank you for allowing me inside. I'm curious, how long were the poor Clares in order for? Poor Clares. Especially Order of St. Thing, founded in 1212. Are they around still? Maybe? Not quite sure. Oh, 20,000. There's 20,000 poor Clares are in 75 countries throughout the world as of 2011. Neat! So there's still an order that's around. That's interesting. I mean, I figured that was the case. A lot of those old orders are still around, but a lot of them also died out, so. But most welcome, Magdalene. Bless you. God bless you. Maybe I forgot. Ah, Magdalene. How did your little expedition go? I learned a lot from seeing the Abbey. I have a good idea of what I'll depict in the mural. But, sister, there's something I don't understand. Abbey was so prosperous. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? What a task that would be. The chapel was beautiful. Stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing, and moved on. In truth, the abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Kiersau was running out of money and patrons. The riots and fire were simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Anything survived the fire? Some of the buildings are intact, but all are terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt you'd find anything of help for your mural inside, or other than charred wood and parchment. It might still be worth taking a look, if I'm careful. I worry after you sometimes, Magdalene. I really do. Thank you for all your help, Sister Gertrude. You are most welcome, Magdalene. Bless you. Well, took a solid 3 hours, but it's not even noon yet. Hello, Housefunger. Convent Loquatium, because Margaret there. Go to the prioress's house real quick. I could just talk to her real quick. She's like, have you decided to join instead? God bless you, Magdalene. Have you given any more thought to becoming a sister? You are preoccupied with caring for my father. Think about it, Abbess. Of course, I do not mean to trouble you with the matter. If spirit is troubled with the matter, I can always lend an ear. Father Thomas as well. Thank you, Mother. God bless you, Magdalene. Alright, that's all I want to say for that. Would the game just end if I just decided to give up on the mural and become a sister of the Abbey. Well, that was... I don't know. I did learn more about the founding of Kiersau. And that illustration from the manuscript, the Mythraeum, it was like the one in the mine. Is it part of the history of the Abbey? Tassing? Written down somewhere. The library had burned down with everything in it. The ruins are right there. Not everything was destroyed. That is true. Go check it out. Nothing in here. Could go check it out. So let's go inside. It is kind of heartbreaking to see this beautiful place be like this. My god, this is amazing. I wonder what it must have looked like before the fire. Everything collapsed in the fire. I'll have to be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. Oh man, I remember... Oh shit! Man, she is a daredevil. Magdalene, I applaud your dedication to your work and research. Oh, gotta find a new way down. Guess you gotta find a new way out. Oh no, I can't get back up there. If I climb, it might collapse further. Oh, guess you gotta find a new way out. I'll have to find another way out. Yep, exactly. But before... Oh, man. So you can go up to the... Will there finally be something to do in the tower? Can't go into the crypt. Can't go that way. Oh, the vines. I gotta go climb up the vines. There's nothing left of the old staircase. I guess I can't go this way. These vines all go all the way to the top, though. They look sturdy enough to hold my weight. Well, there's no other way out. I like Magdalene. She is a great other primary character. Man, when I was, like, going through the monastery up to the tower a couple times beforehand, I didn't necessarily think that, like, this would be how I actually do any interaction with it. That's very sad. The bells fell too. That's all really sad. I can see all of Tassing from here. I wonder if I can piece together the foundations of the Abbey and find a way to get to the library. I bet I could get down this way. The roof looks pretty stable. Boy, howdy. Music is beautiful in the background as well. It's very heartbreaking to see this place like that. It will be rebuilt again in time as a historical site in southern Germany. In this world thing, it obviously doesn't exist in real life, but they hide the animations of her getting down very well. You can, it's at times like this when they do like this sort of motion that you can tell that it's a 3D model that's kind of painted and designed in such a way to look 2D, and that's really cool. Because like when it goes like that, it's like, or does it transition from 2D to 3D? I don't know. Anyone who's an animator who knows more, please tell me. Oh, God. I remember when the library burned down. Dad told me I was just a baby, but I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people screaming and running around. I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since then. It doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Well, Magdalene, how are you going to get out of here? Well, probably the same way I went in. First. These roses seem to have made the Abbey their home. I'm glad something beautiful is still growing here. Go this way to the cemetery. Oh, she's not gonna know who Piero is. Brother Piero! Brother Piero! Oh, it's German. I just realized that the singer is singing German, I think. So, more for that. Did we ever find out who that is? To the cloister. Kitty! At the kitty. I wonder if there were always this many cats at the Abbey. Perhaps I can ask Wojslav what he remembers during his time there. Pet the kitty. Good kitty. Always pet the kitty. Good kitty. This is a mess. How sad. I cannot wait to see the renovation work on this museum. It'd be cool to see like a jump forward all the way to modern day to see if this is like one of those abbeys that gets turned into a historical site where you pay like 20 euros to enter. The chapter house. Door's stuck. I can't get out through this way. That's fine. We just go into the chapter house. Whoa! Someone's been here. Someone's been here. Someone painted over the mural of the Danse Macabre. Oh, an old mural. It's worn, but I can still see some of the figures. Oh, interesting. Because that's Prior Ferenc, isn't it? With his, like, occult shit. And that's... What is that? A Dance of Death? Martin Bauer is two things. What? These figures look new. The paint can't be more than a few years old. Someone's been adding to this. This feels wrong. Who would add new figures to the Dance of Death, and why? These look like people from the town, from here. Died. That must be the Baron. And that's Otto. Wait, is that... Someone's here. Hello? Who are you? I only know one person who would be here, maybe. Oh, that's Casper. Casper died, apparently. No! That's Andreas with his eyes crossed out. Wait, is Andreas actually alive? That'd be an interesting twist. So we have the Baron there with this imagery. I don't know what. That's the Baron being killed by that. And then we have Prior Ferenc and the goats of the devil worship because he was an occult person. Then we have Otto Zimmerman. The tree with the one orange? Prior of the orange tree. No, different series. I'm not sure. Then we have Martin Bauer with the two sides to him because it was not the fake person. Interesting. So it's really interesting. It would be really interesting to see how this looks with every different version of it based off of your decisions. And Casper at the end. And Abbey, forgotten. That beautiful Dance Macabre there. Oh, it's time to see who this person is who's done this. I'm pretty sure it's got to be Andreas, but who knows? Door. Whoever was watching me must have opened it. I don't like this. I think I've seen everything left of the Abbey. I just want to get out of here. Snowing already? Almanac said it shouldn't start for another week at least. I think we're in for a hard winter. I should get back to the rat house and get to work. Okay. That's gonna be I'm just assuming that's gotta be Andreas, right? That'd be the only reason. Unless it's the thread puller, but I don't know why the thread puller would be out here. Let's head up to these people real quick and see if they have anything to say. And if they don't, I will head back towards the rat house. Ah, Father Thomas has something. Hello, Father Thomas. Can you spare a moment? Yes, of course, Magdalene. What is it? Well, I found this book, but I can't really read the Latin very well. Could you help me translate it? A whole book? Oh dear, I can't afford that much time away from my duties right now. Christmas sermon is coming up, and I've already fallen behind on Advent preparations. No matter wait, perhaps, I'd be happy to look at it over after the festivities. Of course, Father. Thank you, Magdalene. Okay, that's all he had to say. So it's become a dead end. Yep, it's a dead end. Everyone is too distracted by their own work or doesn't know Latin well enough to read the Historia Tassia. I suppose I won't be able to use it as a reference for the girl after all. Oh, that's sad. But it's kind of funny that, like, that was one of the major... Like, the stealing of that thing was kind of, like, one of the major, like... plot move forward moments of this game, and we still can't use anything about it. Would do such a thing. Are they made by the person who's following me? Is it the same person as mine? The person who attacked my dad? Like, all that stuff. Who is that, I wonder? Well, I'll cut up if I see anything else. Alright, and we're back. There was no one else to talk to in the town besides Father Thomas, so let's work on the mural. Good evening, Magdalene. Good evening, Dr. Stoltz. I see you're progressing on the town mural. You've made rapid progress. Well, I've rigged the scaffolding sheets so that enough air can flow through. That way the layers dry quickly. I see, that's quite clever. Now then, the council is asked to hear about your progress. I've been researching the early Christian history of Tassing after the Romans left. Learning how people settled in the ruins, how the Abbey was founded, why our saints are so important to us. It was a lot to take in, but I've settled on my subject. And what have you chosen, if I may ask? All of these are not technically untrue. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, it's because this could mean that we're not all actually from here, and we're not really Bavarian. But also at the same time, Elsa and her family are Bavarian, but their history is not. It's hard to tell with the records because there's not really anything here. I don't want to do the Saint Satya and Our Lady because that's just bullshit. That's just Christian propaganda. And I don't think she would fall. I don't think, like, my Magdalene would be into that, really. Kiersau founding the Abbey. Bergfried. Not a lot of evidence, and, like, this is just more of, like, if I want to just piss people off. Ain't the fiddling them starting the Christian. Need to think about that for a second, because they all are, they're most of them are good options. So I am curious to see how do. I want to show history how it happened. I'll paint. That's decisions. I mean, this is not technically untrue, I don't think. This is not untrue. Driving from Goblin. See, this one I only have hearsay. I mean, like, I kind of like this one. I'll paint the Bavarians settling among the Roman ruins, starting the Christian history of Tassing. I find that ignoring the saints in favor of such a mundane patrol event is unwelcome. Even so, I suppose it is an important step in the history of Tassing. Remember, the mural isn't for your benefit, but to make Tassing look good. I remember. Very well. After this section, there's still so much work to do. I haven't even figured out how I'm going to portray the revolt. Ah, yes. I imagine it poses difficulties that the other murals do. It's a strange thing to tell a story that still lives in the hearts of so many people here. I don't think anyone wants to talk about it. They've all just locked it away. It sounds like you have your work cut out for you. I'll leave you to it then. Oh, Dr. Stoltz. Yes? Have you ever seen someone lurking around the Abbey? Or heard about it? I haven't been up to the Abbey in years, and no, I haven't heard of anything like that. Why? I've seen someone following me a few times. I'm sorry to hear. Didn't you run into that odious woodsman, Haller Brandt, not long ago? Yes, I did. It was not a pleasant experience. Well, if you have concerns, you should ask one of the boys to escort you when you're out. No need to risk your safety. Right. Night, Dr. Stoltz. Night, Magdalene. Now I only have the final part of the mural to finish. How should I paint the revolt? Dad always talked about how the Archdeacon was the only one seeing justice in those days. But what was his name? The only name I can think of is the name of the Archdeacon who came to Tassing when that Baron was killed. Jacob Essler. Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt as an Archdeacon. I'll write to him and ask. And of course I'll need to write back to Esther too. I'll write to them tonight before bed. There's nothing else for me to do, right? I mean, I'll go up and talk to my dad real quick, see if there's anything that he wants me to know. Hey, Dad. He has not much else to say. I don't think anyone else has much to say either. Because the last time I did that, like, no one had anything to say, so, after I finished this part. So, letter writing time. Alright, where to begin? I'll write to the Archdeacon, Jacob Essler, and see if he can tell me about the revolt. I'll write a letter to Esther, too. I hope the courier can make it before the passes before. Jacob Essler, former Archdeacon of Freising. My name is Magdalene Druckerin. I am an artist in the town of Tassing in Upper Bavaria. I believe you had passed through our community when you investigated Baron Rothvogel's murder at Kiersau Abbey in 1518. Do you remember anything about the case that the people in Tassing might not remember? Did you see any evidence that might suggest that there was some sort of larger conspiracy at work? Thank you for any help you can give. Magdalene Druckerin. Dearest Esther, I hope you are well. You must know how tremendously happy I am for you and Simon. And Elisha too, of course, and your parents. It warms my heart to know that your family is doing so well. By the time this letter reaches you, I expect winter will have enfolded Tassing. It's already freezing at night, so I've reorganized the workshop so that the inks don't deteriorate. Have to worry about that in Prague. You said it snows, but I always imagined it was warmer in winter. Dad is doing poorly, but at least he seems comfortable. He's sleeping more, but Dr. Stoltz says there's a consequence of the colder weather. I do what I can for him, but this winter has been hard. I've asked Agnes for help, but there's only so much she and Dr. Stoltz can do. He's not going to make it, and there's nothing I can do. Christ, I'm scared, Esther. The The mural is progressing well, but I can't shake the feeling that someone is following me. I keep seeing this figure around town. After I explored the mines to see Tassing's early history, and then again in the Abbey ruins. No one else in Tassing has seen anything, but some of the nuns say they've seen ghosts. It's the strangest thing, given me a fright a few times already. But I don't mean to worry you. Nothing's happened to me yet, so I think I'll be safe. Good news, the only good news I can share at the moment is that the mural is almost finished. I should have it completed by Christmas, or soon after. New Year, at least. Then perhaps at long last I shall be able to visit you and meet this Simon. Anyway, I fear that this will be my last letter of the year. The Reichspost has already been late and reported worsening snow through the passes. We seem to be stepping into a harsh winter. Stay warm and give my regards to your family and Simon. Yours always, Magda. Alright. Well, that was the end of the second day of the mural hunting. And we'll see what happens on the next day as we get closer and closer to Christmas.